Browns back at work out in Berea getting ready for the New Orleans Saints down in New Orleans on Sunday. Longtime Browns beat reporter Tony Grossi, ESPN Cleveland, on the things he's hearing about a potential coaching change.
My worst case scenario is they get rid of him and we go to this coaching search crap. Like the Adams don't have time to do that, Tony.
That's why Vrabel is hovering over this thing. It's either Stefanski or Vrabel, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest, I would be okay with either. I think Stefanski would get a bum deal if he doesn't come back, but replacing him with Vrabel would help, heal that wound, right? It would be a very popular move, I would imagine, and it would be logical, but I'm not advocating it.
Let's welcome in Quincy Carrier from Untitled Unfiltered Browns coverage. Quincy, there's been so much talk about Vrabel and Stefanski and Andrew Berry. Number one, there's no guarantee that Mike Vrabel wants to take this job as a head coach. He was in Berea with the Browns to kind of learn the GM side of things in addition to being a defensive consultant. And the only reason you do that is you're going to want say in personnel when you get another opportunity to be the head coach.
Yeah, I mean, this is somebody whose fallout from Tennessee also had a lot to do with what the general manager side was doing. So it might not be that he wants complete control because, like, Mike Vrabel's a good head coaching candidate, but I'm going to be honest with you. He's not, I get to determine my own plans and be the GM head coach candidate. People don't even want to give that to Bill Belichick. He ain't Bill Belichick. So he might be aiming for that, but he's not going to be able to get that anywhere. But he probably wants to have a little bit of a say in whatever goes down with the front office decisions. He won't be in charge of it, but he probably wants a little bit of a say there. But yeah, would Mike Vrabel want this job? I think that's going to be determined on a couple of things. What is their commitment to Deshaun Watson going forward? No credible coach is going to want to tie themselves to Deshaun Watson after this year. That's just what it is. Mike Vrabel isn't going to want to do it. Nobody's going to want to do it. If you're going to have a commitment to Deshaun Watson for the rest of this year, not the rest of this year, for the rest of his contract, and you're going to put him out there and start him and treat him like the starting quarterback of this team, then you're going to have a hard time finding candidates. My whole thing is, if you realize that Deshaun Watson is the problem, you move on from him. What is even the point in changing head coaches when you don't think that's the main problem that's been going on with the team? But yeah, if you want to switch to Mike Vrabel, you're probably going to have to make an immediate commitment to getting rid of Deshaun Watson, which would mean you would probably eat that cap space a little bit earlier. With Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski, you kind of just go with what the plan is, which is to kind of ignore Deshaun Watson for the next couple of years and then just wait for that contract to expire.